Hello and welcome to my Spirit Island channel. I'm James and today we're going to play a game of Keeper of the Forbidden Wilds, specifically the spreading hostility aspect versus Sweden 6. So let's jump right in. So forward F, jungle starting explore, which is good because we can get value off the wild straight away, and mountain royal backing. And okay, how do we want to start off? I think we'll just gain a power card. I don't see the point in doing a G4 here. Okay, so Roiling Bog is interesting. I mean, not really that interesting. Defend 2 is not going to do that much, but it's more just the Isolate could potentially help us versus the Mining Rush. Otherwise, yeah, Entrap is actually decent as well. If we're looking at combating the Mining Rush, it's also going to stop any Blight Cascade, so potentially a better option. I think I would like to have this. I mean, Gift of Living Energy is perfect element, but it's going to be a while until we get to Sacred Sites, so it's only really going to give us one energy. So I'll pick up and trap and place a presence from top track. Actually, let's undo that Dahan push just because I think it will be better to push it into F6 to protect all those Dahan against escalation, and let's go. So we've got Boon of Growing Power for the slow phase, and a Sands Explorer, which, I mean, in F1 is perfectly fine. We can just push this Explorer out, place a Wilds, protect those Dahan from escalation. F8 is more of a problem, but we have some time to deal with it. And the minor powers, so our options are Elusive Ambushes is always good to get a defend card. Thriving Choke Fungus is a decent card, but I don't know if it's going to help us in F8. Hazard Spread is also a good card, and so is Disorienting Landscape because they can both place extra wilds or potentially Badlands as well with Hazard Spread. I think Hazard Spread might be the best card, but yeah, we'll just have to do an Entrap in F8, I think. And then with regards to F2, I don't think there's much we can do. I mean, we could copy a Wild in, and then hit it with Sacrosanct. Let's go with it. Okay, so let's add a presence. On bottom track, I suppose, and then we'll move our Sacred Site into F2, and we'll deal 2 damage there. And now we'll Hazard Spread and Sacrosanct the land. So, boom, 2 damage. The city's gone, which actually is quite nice. And then, okay, no bravery without numbers, that's fine. 1 damage per beast. And some Dahan pushing, which we don't need to do. Okay, so they built the city in F8, which we are going to entrap. And then, yeah, this is where it's, a shame that we've already used Sacrosanct Wilderness, because it would be really useful in F3. But we have an heir, so we can actually spread the wilds over to F7 and push this guy out. I guess we'll just kill this explorer off with the punish those who trespass innate. Okay, so I think it will be good to gain a power card this turn. So we didn't do it last turn. Purifying Flame is always good. I think we'll just pick that up. It's perfect element. And then add another presence from top track, and then we'll play Entrap as we've been talking about for F8. And then, I mean, Towering Wrath looks relatively tempting. I mean, it would also get us the left innate, obviously. Whenever you get the left innate, it always feels like you don't have any damage at range 0. So maybe we'll do Purifying Flame, which obviously also gets us it, but there's going to be 3 Blight in F8, and we could just kill the city if we're feeling aggressive, and it would be a cheaper way to do that, so let's go. Let's do that. Do we want to bring the Blight in here? You know what, why not? Then Purifying Flame will do 4 damage, so which is fortunate because the city now has 4 health, so that is just great. So let's see, add 2 Blight, no Mining Rush, no Cascade, which is good. Okay. So they've explored on the coast. No lands with a single explorer. So we can't push anywhere into our lands to punish those who trespass. I think I'll put a Wilds there just in case we want to sacrosanct that town later. And then let's just take this city down, honestly. We might Purifying Flame it again next turn and just absolutely obliterate both the towns as well. So yeah, nothing from that. And now, what do we have? I think we probably want to reclaim. I mean, regrow from roots won't do anything now that we've pushed the light out of the jungle, and Towering Wrath won't really do enough on its own. Thing is, because we destroyed the city on F2, this land can actually Mining Rush somewhere now, which is not ideal. But yeah, because it's going to Mining Rush onto the coast, which is clear, so we might need to entrap it just to stop the Mining Rush. And if we use G4, no, we should add presence. There's no reason not to add presence, I think. So maybe we'll add it over here, destroy that town. And if we, yeah, one of the Dahan might die if we ever use the innate there, but that's fine. So entrap, and I guess just Boon of Growing Power. I don't know if we're really in a rush to do anything else. And then we'll be on 3 plays next turn, so we might want to use the extra card. Okay, Ethereal Conjunction. So either destroy presence and lose an energy, or yeah, play a card, forget it, and then we have to discard our whole hand. Well, a non-major card. I mean, the thing is, I usually quite like doing this with Towering Wrath because it is expensive, so you get quite a good card played for free that you wouldn't otherwise use much due to its price. But we did just reclaim, so it would be a bit annoying to have to, reclaim our entire hand. But you know what? I feel like losing a presence is also quite irritating, to be honest. So let's do it. We can get rid of this city, I suppose. Maybe the land explores as well. So let's do it. Yeah, not the best, not the worst. And all our cards are gone. Okay. Defend 3, not quite enough to stop the 2 Blight. And then we can deal a damage in F6. Why was no Blight added? Oh, it's because of the Blight card, I see. Okay, I think we'll just add Thing is, we have add to F3. It won't cascade, but regrow from roots won't be able to heal it anymore. But anywhere else we put it, it's either going to destroy our presence or cause a cascade. So we'll add it in F3. Okay, Jungle Explore. So this would be perfect time to have our Punish innate because we'd be able to push one of the explorers into the other land and then kill both of them. Sadly, that's not the case. Let's just get the explorer off the coast and we'll push it into F3. Then should we gain a major or a minor? I feel like we should just get a minor power because we've already forgotten Towering Wrath now. I don't know if I'm too bothered about any of these. I suppose Enticing Splendor could stop the build on F5, so we'll take that. Now, I think we kind of need Entrap back anyway, so reclaiming isn't actually the end of the world like I said it would be. We'll go up to 3 plays, push all the Dahan into one land so Sweden can never get them. And then, yeah, we'll Entrap. We'll do Enticing Splendor. Now the question is, do I do Boon of Growing Power again, or do I try and cash in with Purifying Flame? I mean, I feel like we don't need to rush. I feel like we can have a really good turn with Purifying Flame next turn. So getting the fire means we'd be able to kill this town on F6, but I'm not that worried about it, to be honest. So we'll gather this explorer in here and then entrap, which will take us down to 1 blight, which is not good. Oh no. Oh, thank God. So Diaspora chose F3, which was isolated. Okay. We just need to make sure we don't get a card which forces us to add a blight, which might have been a reason to play Purifying Flames instead. Try and heal it, but anyway. We could use it to gain a major power. I'm happy to sort of forget Enticing Splendor. So let's do that. I mean, this one's got the best elements. It's also probably got the most reasonable price for what it's going to give us. And we do certainly have a land where 1 damage per blight would be very good. Well, we have multiple lands, really. I mean, we shouldn't forget we can use Purifying Flame on F3, right? We can't heal a blight from it in that way, but we can still do the 1 damage per blight effect. So it's actually not bad that we have 2 cards that can do 1 damage per blight when we have these super blighted lands. I guess that's kind of what happens when you play Entrap. So yeah, we'll add. I'm wondering about add a presence, and maybe it's time to do G4 and actually get in the mixer with all of this. So yeah, I'll go here and then I guess we should probably actually go. We should probably go into F8 because that's where they're building. So we'll need our damage there first. So let's do that. Move this one. Move this one as well. And then we can do 2 damage. Should we do it? I mean, what's going to happen with this? So we can't threshold it because we don't have the animal. But it's going to add 2 badlands and then do 1 damage per blight. There's no beasts, but yeah, that would be 6 damage, so it could destroy City Town Explorer, which technically won't do everything on its own, so I guess if we just get rid of a town, that will not be a waste. Now let's have some fun. Let's play both of these cards and then what else? I mean, regrow. Honestly, if there are two or fewer blight in the land, that is not what we are doing this game. So I guess we'll do the other cards. Why not? Why not? Now we can do the fun trick here where we copy a Badlands using hazards. Let's just use Sacrosanct first to kill off this town and explorer. Now, do we want to copy it in here or here? So as I said, we'll do 6, which will do City Town Explorer, leave these two, and then that is a bit annoying because we'll have to use the left innate to finish it off. Saying that we're not really going to have another target for the left innate anyway, and it's doing 7, no, it's doing 5 damage plus, yeah, 2 from here. I'm going to do 6 as well, so it also do City Town Explorer, which again is annoying that these 2 explorers would get left, so it could be a good reason to add the Badlands in here. Otherwise, yeah, because 6 damage in here as opposed to 5, because there's 5 blight won't change much. Because yeah, I think Purifying Flame and Wounded Wilds would take out this land. So let's add a Badlands in here. There you go. And oh, we've got the struggles of growth, but we are on the blight deepen side. And as I said, we really cannot afford to add blight. So, oh, and it's add 1 blight to a land but don't cascade. So we could have really upped the blight, but unfortunately the pool does not have any more for us. So let's just destroy this presence instead. Okay, defend 2. So they're built, they're exploring. Jungles and sands, right. So our wilds prevented most of the explorers. I might actually push into here because now there's an extra explorer beyond what we planned, so that is a bit annoying. Let's deal 5 damage. We'll do additional in here, but I think we'll do all of it in here maybe. We could just do 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, and do the 5th one here so we can use Badlands here. Badlands here. And then we'll do the Wounded Wilds here, which will actually take out all the buildings. And we've still got Purifying Flame as well, so it's a shame we actually didn't get to use that. In fact, I'll go back. I refuse to not use Purifying Flame to do heaps of damage. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. In fact, it would have done even more once these Badlands were put down, so yeah, how about that? I think that was pretty cool actually. So how can we review this? What have we got? Yeah, okay, oh, we got a bunch of achievements from that. But yeah, Purifying Flame, it didn't do that much actually, but it was threatening to be very powerful the whole time. And that's really just because it was superseded by the Wounded Wilds. Yeah, I mean, I feel like we got fairly lucky. I mean, with the Explorers, Mountains, Royal Backing was fine. This was a good start. Sands could have been bad, but we had Entrap, which really just shaped the whole game. So, yeah, good game, and I'll see you in the next one.